Morning, everyone. Heading out from Gooch Mountain Shelter. It was dry all night until about 5 this morning, and it started raining. So that's why you have no early camp shots breaking down. It was a bit of a rush. Rain has more or less died down for the moment. It's supposed to stop around 11, but needless to say, rain is not the funnest thing to break camp or set up camp in. Our goal today is a campsite about 2 miles shy of Blood Mountain. That'll set us up for a 6-mile day into Neal's Gap, 6.5 mile day into Neal's Gap. There's an outfitter there we can resupply at, and chances are we're gonna get a hostel. Gives us a chance to dry our gear out, take care of any aches and pains, clean up real well, and wash our clothes. So I can film because I broke out my umbrella, and I'll give you a look at that as soon as I get a chance. Maybe I can have Sue take a picture. She and I are going to hike again today. I got out of the shelter. Too many young whippersnappers there. So they're a little more raucous. And I like to get a good early start. That way I don't have to rush, even though we have a short day. All right. Talk to you next. There's that valley that was socked in. I'm up on Sassafras Mountain, which was the one I showed you previously. Everything seems to be clearing out, but that's the view.
Start on the 22nd.
And
we both wanted to start on
there's
the 22nd.
the one. That's the mountain I came from.
Doesn't mean anything to most people starting it, because
pretty up here. Some slackpackers behind us, as well as Sue. Very nice.
Because like 80 people are starting.
Still raining. It's 8:40. A couple young whippersnappers came by. As you can see, a bit foggy. Socked in the valley. But we're trudging. The trails are actually pretty good though. They're not saturated. Well, they're wet, but not puddled. Just came out of Gooch Gap. And our next big landmark is Ramrock Mountain. Sounds intimidating, but on a map it doesn't look too bad. But we'll see. This is, and that noise you hear, and I apologize for, my pack has developed a squeak. With every step it makes that noise. When I think about it, it's annoying, but eventually it fades away. So I apologize to you. Turn your sound down if you need to. Alright, just to give you an idea what the trail looks like. It's pretty nice. Georgia trails are very, very nice. I like the way when they go up mountains they use switchbacks instead of running straight up like they do in New England. So, adds a little bit of distance rather, but makes for a nice walk. The view from the top of Ramrock Mountain. And it looks like the weather's about to lift in the near term. Oh, you can hear the rain against my umbrella. Maybe I lied. It's gonna rain. Alright, I gotta put this away. By Tanya here. She's gonna be going out on the trail on the 3rd, a couple days, and she's taking her dog with her. So she thought she'd pay forward a little trail magic. It couldn't come at a better time with the cold, wet rain. We broke camp without a hot breakfast, and she came here with McDonald's and water and Dunkin' Donuts stuff. So she's my first trail angel, and gonna be my favorite just because you were the first.
Aw, thanks.
You have a great trip. Good luck and have safe steps.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You got it.
So, yeah, you guys
Coming up from Woody Gap. Starting to climb. Just to give you an idea what some of the trails look like. In Georgia, they do a nice job of switchbacks, which is this. Zigzag up a hill so that the grade is easier, even though it adds a little distance on your trail. It's still nicer than climbing straight up the hillside. That trail magic we just had couldn't have been couldn't have been better. Timing wise too. Once we got off of Ramrock Mountain at the top there, the temperatures plummeted and the rain picked up. Dropped about 15 degrees. Got a little cold. So by the time we got down to Woody Gap, it was perfect time for her to come. She brought some warm McDonald's food, some water and stuff. She's going out on the trail. I wish her luck. And since we broke camp, it was raining, so we broke camp with the intent of getting ahead of the rain. So we didn't really eat a breakfast, we just granola barred it. So that was the first real meal we had all day. So again, kudos to the trail magic here in Georgia. My first, and as far as I'm concerned, probably going to be the most memorable one, barring any other situations where hot food will be more than welcome. As you can see, another switchback. And the trail goes up there. Alright, on with hiking. This is what it's all about. Taking in the glories of nature. What a view. Clouds look awesome. Coming down off of Big Cedar Mountain. Sun is bright and shiny. Makes for a big difference between rain and super cold temperatures. There's a bit of a breeze. But got about 1.8 miles to the campsite. and we'll spend the night there. That'll set me up for a 6-mile day up over Blood Mountain and into Neal's Gap mountain crossings, pick up some food, and then stay at Cabin in the Woods hostel Saturday night. A lot of rain is expected on Sunday, so it could be interesting what I do. Just met a ridge runner telling us that there's been quite a bit of snow in the Smokies, so plan for cold temperatures. So we'll have to see if I need a reactor bag liner. I can have it sent, but I really don't have any extra room in my pack, especially if I have a few days, 6 days, 8 days worth of food, which might have to plan on hitching a ride into town from one of the gaps in the Smokies to restock food. So we'll try that. Be nice. It's always nice to get into town. Depends on the weather. If it's nice days, I don't mind being out here for a stretch. Once the weather gets bad, cold and rainy sucks. So that's the day. It's a little after lunchtime, so we should pull into camp with plenty of time to set up. Lance Creek. What are the odds of me falling in? Alright, we're almost to our campsite. That'll be our last stop before Neal's Gap. And we have to go over Blood Mountain, which I believe, you can't see it, but it looked pretty mean from the hill we just came down. Not looking forward to that, but we will conquer. I'm here at Lance Creek campsite. I have 4 nice pads like this for the campers. That's where I'm going to set up. Once I get camp set up, I'll get back to you with a couple shots Other than that, it was a very nice trail today. A little cold and windy for a little while coming down from Ramrock, as I said. But once the sun came out, it was a glorious day. Alright. Lance Creek campsite. We're all set up. Tents are set up. Let me take you into my home. My sleeping pad with my homemade quilt on it. There's my gear corner. And there's my clothing corner. Alright. Pretty roomy for one person. Duplex, I won't say it's two-person tent. Two-person minimalist tent. But you gotta put your gear inside, especially like if it's gonna rain. It's gonna be tough. Alright. That's set up. My food, fuel in my food bag. My water's all purified. My cook set. And pretty soon we'll set up for dinner.